気をつけ。Right? お願いします。はじめまして。Let me begin. Alright guys, I'm sorry you're stuck with me again. Sensei Grant is a busy man, he's a professional man, he's a hardworking man, and his job makes him travel and give speeches to big groups of people and do a lot of high profile stuff. So he's an important man and he's just not here today. He's traveling and I know he wants to be here, and I feel bad because you guys are stuck with me, and it's a duo, it's a me and Sensei Grant thing, and my apologies, but you know, it's just me doing this. I know he carries the show, but I'm gonna try my best. All right guys, well today, like I've told you before, I had a lot of packages coming, and one of them came in, and this was the package that came as a recommendation. That came as a recommendation from Exotic Sense YouTube channel. I know he doesn't post too frequently anymore, but you know, about 6-7 years back in his YouTube, he has a lot of Attars, a lot of good stuff on there, and I pulled the trigger on one of the Attar brands that he had talked about, and that brand finally came in. That brand is Shareef Oudh. So we got some Attars from Shareef Oudh. The box came like this. I ripped off all the labels and stuff. And yeah, let's get into it. So I actually made this video before. I got like halfway to actually opening the thing, and then I realized I had no notes on it. And I know I don't want to bore you to death talking about the notes and the blurbs, but it'll give me a good a good starting point, a reference rather. So the reason I bought the ones I did beforehand is because, you know, I love cherry ouds. All the ouds in this video will have some sort of cherry in them. So they're pretty expensive, and I don't have the money to keep throwing at big bottles. I gotta do little 0.2 mil Attar things, and these were very expensive, but I'm sure they're high quality. And I couldn't just go crazy. You know, you could spend all day just clicking add to cart, add to cart. Well, those things add up. So then I went in my cart and I found all the cherry ouds. All the ouds in there that had notes, some sort of cherry note in there. So you'll see that for all of them. They'll have like some sort of cherry note, because I think at least I'll like it and it'll give me a good starting point. And there is one that's different. So I have one fragrance that's different, and then 3 that are ouds. So let's open this bad boy up, and then we'll rock and roll. I'm not sure if they come with little dabbers or anything, but here we go. First time unboxing. Look how small that is. I mean, crazy. So they got this box. I'm gonna put it to the side. Got this wrapped up nice. It feels like a thick plastic or something already. Let's see. All right. Shareef Oudh. I don't know if you can see that. Oh, by the way, I got my Okinawan shishi dog or food dog little character thing. So no gi today, but that's what we got. So Shareef Oudh, nice glossy box. Pops open. Look at the presentation here, and then it's got a little foam on top to keep them in place. So guys, I'm gonna get up close and personal so you can see the packaging here. Look how freaking small. You won't believe how much money these little things are. That's crazy. That's crazy. Okay, well, in your head, 0.2 is a lot more. than this. But let's see, they're Attars. I've never applied an Attar, but it does have a little stick thing in there, which I was ready with a little pin tag. So all good. We'll set that off to the side. Actually, I'll throw that in the box. Throw this off to the side. I'll put this here. So first things first, we're gonna roll with they sent in some free samples. So I'm not ready to do all these. That's crazy. They put in 2. Well, for the price, that's amazing. They threw in some free ones. So I bought 4. They gave me 6 here. So I'll do what I can, and you guys bear with me. So first, we'll start. These are all gonna go on skin, like right up the arm. Probably do a couple arms. The first one we're gonna do is Mysore. And yes, it's a Mysore sandalwood. I've never got my nose on real Mysore, so I wanted to check it out. Okay, so first time spelling Mysore, and again, I got the blurbs here. You could skip past it, I don't care, but just for those that care, there's a lot of writing on the website. I just took the most important stuff to me. So again, Mysore, this cost me $15 for this little thing. It was the cheapest one, mind you. This is one of the best Mysore sandalwood oils you will put your nose on, capturing all the facets of the Mysore sandalwood with a touch of zest and honey rose. This is a wonderful sandalwood oil for meditation, maceration, and general perfumery. All right, guys, let's rock and roll. All right, number 1, Mysore. Here we go. I'm gonna go right on the bird here. Just gonna do a little bit. Maybe I'll use my pinky to rub it in. Okay. So, first impression, very light, very airy. It almost gives me that that fragrance we did for the olfactory nominee thing, the honeyed vetiver. It almost gives me that honey feel. Like very buttery honey, like I get from the notes. It says the zest and honey rose. Very lovely, very light. I didn't know what to expect, but this seems like just like a clean, creamy base for something. And by base, I don't mean like a heavy base. I mean just like a backbone almost. Yeah, it's got like a touch of rose kind of, but it's buttery and light, airy, almost kind of dusty. Yeah, that's good. That's good to start. Again, I didn't put a lot on. I just dabbed a little bit, but I've heard you don't need a lot and they don't give you a lot. So that's Mysore. All right, let's roll. So I wanted a real Mysore because I heard that's the best stuff. So I got me a Mysore reference now. So awesome. All right. Number 2 is Arakan or Arakan. That one looks like this. This one's the first oud. Bring it up close and personal. I don't know if you could see that. Very small and but very, very thick oil. So actually I'll keep that out here. All right, I'll hold it over here. So Arakan is $40. This little thing was $40. The Arakanese first received the message of Islam from the shipwrecked Arabs in 788 AD. Such shipwrecks were frequent occurrences in the coasts of Arakan and Chittagong. These trade ships brought goods for trade to this region, returning with spices and fragrant oud back to Arabia. That's a little blurb. So this one actually had notes. So the top is indolic florals, rip cherries, I'm sure it meant ripe cherries, tamarind. Middle, mountain herbs, dark fruits, sensual jasmine. Base, velvet, wood, bitter fruits. I wanted to say vetiver, but it's velvet. So again, this one had cherry in it, so I was very curious, but it does have herbs, fruits, jasmine, woods, bitter fruits. We'll see. Get this off. I don't want to break it. There it goes. Man, I smell that already. All right, we're gonna go on the cross on this one. Wow, that's a lot. Okay, I'm just gonna put that back. All right, I'm gonna use my ring finger for this one. Oh yeah, that's good stuff. That's good stuff. What do I get? Well, obviously the oud punches you right in the face. Do I get a little bit of cherry? I don't know. I get just more oud. Cleaner, does it have a little incensey smoke in the background? Where the oud is more barnyardy. This one has a little bit of that barnyard funk, but not as much as oud. I get more of a sweet incense. Maybe that's the cherry, but I'm trying to see if I smell the fruits. Maybe that's some of the sweetness too, besides the cherries, some of the fruits. But it does, like that, like the oil in here, the actual oud is really dark orange. That's the picture I get in my head, is like a dark, like a very light smoke, like you put out a campfire and it's just dying, and you get that like smoldering smoke. So it's not like really ashy, but the fruit, I'm trying to think of what fruit. Is it like a plum or something? Again, I'm new to kind of smelling all these ouds, so this is going to be a little overwhelming for me. But yeah, kind of smoky, kind of fruity. I could see the essence of cherry, but more maybe fruitiness. But that's good. I'm happy with that. Wow, very good. So first impressions on Arakan. In karate, we have a technique called urakan or urakan, and that's back fist, which is kind of cool. I kind of like that. That's really cool. All right. Number next. You ready to go to the next one, guys? Number next is Sumu. I don't know how to pronounce it. Sumuw. Let's see. Sumu. That's this one. Similar color. Maybe a little bit more red hint, like orange with a red base. Goldish. Again, I could see how you wouldn't need a lot though. 0.2 seems like it'd be pretty decent. That one is $50. So we're already past $100. So $50 for this one. I'll read the blurb again. You could skip through it if you want. Sumu's fruits are luxurious and vintage with the perfect touch of ripeness and green nectar. transforming sweet jam to tangy plum and cherry cocktails. Add a zingy, licorice, woody twist blending into fruity notes, giving a tantalizing draw, a sinewy energy, coveting hints of dampness. Earthy, moist, golden tobacco with resinous oudiness, contributing to the oil's depth and opacity. Thick, succulent richness is tempered by the bitterness of dark cherries, Cuban cigars, and the spicy dryness of cassia, the balsamic sweetness of popular buds, and a cooling eucalyptus trill. These unexpected elements add flair and depth to the usual Cambodian profile. That's a lot of stuff right there, guys. I'm gonna keep that out to help me. Let's go. So we have Mysore, which is beautiful. Great oud right there. I'm gonna go on the eagle's eye. We'll go right there. Let's get this one off. Here we go. Very thick as well. Totally different. Wow. Just gonna do a little bit. Gonna go middle finger on this one. It almost has like a lemon lime smell to it. That's crazy. It literally has like a lemon lime smell to it. Like a sour lemon lime. I don't know what that's coming from. Maybe that's the mossiness, like that green yellow mossiness with like it's almost spicy, that or sour, like a golden tobacco. But it's almost like it's like a green Sour Patch or something. That's what I get off the top. What does it say? It says the fruits, like the plum, tangy plum, jam, so sweet jam to tangy plum, green nectar, touch of ripeness in the green nectar. Yeah, you know what? It's like a sour apple or something. That's crazy. It's crazy oud can do that. An oud can smell like sour apple. It's like a sour apple with that plum. I don't get cherry yet. I kind of do smell the licorice though. It's like a sour green apple with some licorice. What? Guys. It smells like a Sour Patch though, like if Sour Patch made a green apple flavor. I'm waiting for the tobacco and resinous oudiness. All I'm getting is that green nectar. Maybe that apple note. I don't even think it says apple, but fruits, vintage touch, a ripeness, green nectar. I don't know. I'm gonna be overwhelmed by the end of this. Sumu. Very cool, guys. Very cool. I'm gonna continue this on so this video is not 10 hours long. The last one I bought. This is the most expensive. Jamal is $68. $68 for 0.2 ml. Guys, look at Jamal right here. Jamal is dripping. All right, let's see what we got. Again, you could skip this. We got, all right, I'm still recording. Jamal A. Kelantan Malakinesis. I'm sorry, I butchered that. Distilled in a manner to bring forth the bitter, sweet apple skin, powdered cherry-like notes that make Kiara so distinct from other ouds. Kiara's like Kinam, the most sought after. But let's be completely clear. There is no Kiara or Kinam wood in this, nor am I using the term to sell the oil, not at all. If you feel that way, please do not purchase this oil. This is an artistic statement and pays testimony to the mastery of a distiller that can coerce the most complex Kiara profile from Malaysian ouds and quality of the wood at hand. Opening with a sweet, ripe cherry, there's that cherry again, harmonized by a beauty of Japanese cherry blossom, not in the too far distant, with a lovely undertone of red, delicious apple skin and a meditative Japanese incense wafting slowly close by. Jamal is an orchestra of fragrant layers, airy notes, lighter airy notes paired with deep incense notes and delicately balanced bittersweet notes. Again, all these have cherry notes in there. That's what I was going for. Let's see what Jamal's got to offer. So I'm just gonna go 3 on the left, maybe we'll do 3 on the right. Guys, I wasn't expecting to do 6, I was expecting 4. I don't have notes for the other ones, so it'll make it go by quicker maybe. But I'm gonna put that there for safekeeping. Just a slight touch of Jamal. I'm gonna put that back in the box. All right, I'll use my other hand now. Wow. Again, I get an apple smell. I did not know oud can smell like apple. So what do I get personally? This is a lighter one. I don't know if I put on a little less. I think I put on enough though. It's a lighter wood note with apple. It's very light. Like, the wood smells light. It smells like a light wood with a hint of apple. That's what the apple skin probably means. I don't know if I get powdery cherry. I get light, almost like a dusty version of the sandalwood over here. Like, this is just like, it's kind of strange that I put these on top, but like the sandalwood was light and airy. This is light and airy. But this is light, airy, appley. And surprisingly, let me go back. Wow, these are all so different. They're all so different, but these are almost heavier than this one, and this one's the most expensive. But if I remember correctly, Kinam has this light minty smell, which it doesn't say on here really, but I don't know if I get a Kinam. I'm not even sure what to look for that. But I get this woody, dusty apple. Maybe some cherry popping through the back, if any. I mean, this is not a cherry fragrance at all. Apple overwhelms it, but the apple might give it that fruitiness enough to be a cherry. Nice, it's beautiful. It's really green and vegetal. That's the word that comes to mind, vegetal. Well, maybe that's the woods mixed in with the apple and the greens. Or maybe the cherry blossom adds that like veggie, floral, almost even dirty, like dirt. Yeah, not sure. I might have to let that one sit. And again, I gotta find an appreciation for them all. Off the get-go, I think the ones before it I like a little better. I gotta play with them though. I don't know. I gotta see what makes that one worth $70. It is nice though. All right, so that's that. I got the ones with all the cherries. I don't know what the next ones have, so bear with me. So these ones, thank you again, Al Shareef. Thanks again, Al Shareef, for throwing in some samples. Really, really appreciate that. That's amazing. That's amazing, and they'll get put to good use. This one's Attar, the pond. Attar, underneath the pond. We'll see what the pond has to offer. Again, no notes for these because I just unboxed it, realized they gave me some extras. What good customer service. Okay, here we go, guys. Wow. Wow. This smells more like a perfume. I don't know if this is just under like a normal Attar. This might be one of their actual Attars. This smells like it's got sandalwood, like it's got oud, like it's got some sort of floral. Like it's got like violet or rose. It's probably rose. It might be like a rose oud sandalwood. I'm not too, this is where it gets crazy for me because I'm not sure what I'm smelling. But what I'm getting, it's gotta be rose. It's gotta be rose. It's beautiful. It's got creaminess. That's why I think there's sandalwood. It's got that oudiness. This seems like a well put together fragrance, but it's in an Attar form. Attar. I think I was looking at that one. That might be my favorite one so far. That seems like the other ones are just oud. This is more like a composition. And if I'm wrong, if this is just an oud, that oud is crazy. No, I get like a sweet rose oud. That's amazing. Thank you, Al Shareef. That's amazing. Again, these are first impression. I'm gonna have Sensei Grant get his nose on these too. Again, I'm bummed he can't be here, but I hope you guys don't mind. The next one is, I'm already opening it. Thuraya. 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 Essence of Luxury. So the other one was the pond. I don't know if I get a pond, maybe an aquatic note. I'm not even sure. But that just swayed my mind because I thought it was just a rose oud. I'd have to see the notes. And again, this is the cool part about blind smelling. Essence of Luxury. Here we go. I'm gonna go, I'll go down here. I smell the oud already. That's like a sour red apple. Again with the apple smells. They must have taken that. They must have taken that sumu or the. I don't remember what. Yeah, they must have taken that sumu or something and put it in here. they're all changing so quick. Now the Sumu is smelling like incensey and smoky. This one smells like bright green or red sour apples, or apple, like candy apple. Maybe some creaminess on the bottom. This smells so much like the other one that it's hard to tell. And that Jamal one, that's really expensive. That smelled like the apple to me, or no, it smelled like, yeah, it smelled like the woody apple. That one's almost smelling like a pond. It's got this aquatic, mossy smell. That's beautiful. All right, let me go back through them real quick before I conclude. So again, we have Mysore. All right, Mysore. Just like a beautiful honey cloud, fluffy, airy, very cool. I'm excited to get to know that one. Arakan. I feel like I'm getting smoky velvet, that velvet note, that wood, bitter, and like it says bitter fruit, but I more get just like the mountain herbs. A lot of fruit in there. It's more herby, smoky, maybe velvety. Like you're on a mountain and then smoke's wafting up the mountain. That one's really cool. Arakan. We got Sumu. Again, sorry about butchering these names. Nice little orange elixir. Still a hint of that green apple, but it died down into almost a cherry candy instead. This one's the sweetest one so far. And it's got hints of like deep woods and that licorice maybe. And it does convey dampness and really resinous depths. Like it says on there, I get like a really damp like a congested dampness to it. Very cool. Next one we got Jamal. Jamal was the brownish gold elixir. That one was the most expensive one. I don't know how much the other two they gave me are, but this one was the one imitating Kiara or Keenam, and now I'm starting to smell it. There's a minty freshness coming out now, which I wasn't getting before. Before it was just that almost like you just sawed wood and you got that dust wood particles up in the air. It's almost like that dust particle turned into like minty, like you could breathe in that sawdust, and it's almost got like this spicy aromatic, like sawdust. Like if you can make it kind of it's not really minty, but it's almost got that zing to it, like zingy sawdust, which is weird. But it does kind of have a sweetness of like a cherry blossom and like that. There is a little like bitter, it says bittersweet notes. I think the play off the sawdust and then the cherry, it's like that's like the bitter, dusty, sweet. That's what you're getting. But again, like the sandalwood is light and airy at the same time, like that dust smell. So you get like hints of sweetness, but really it's like a dusty fragrance. Super cool, lovely. All right, and then the other two, Attar, which is, I'm guessing, a full-on like perfume attar, like blended and stuff. Because this is the only one that says like, oh no, they all said something, I'm sorry. So my source said the sandal capital. Arakan said warrior oud. Shumu said elevated. Jamal said exquisite fragrance. Just exquisite fragrance? Sure, that's good. Attar was the pond. So that was the next one, the pond. All right, maybe I'm getting kind of some swampy. Like if a swamp had like, maybe the swampiness is from the oud, but then like the lily pads are made of like rose lily pads. Like if the lily pads were like rose, like a pink rose with the green murky water, but still fresh, like you want to be there because it's like a oud pond, you know? Oh man, crazy, crazy. Thinking of like frogs hopping on these like rose lily pads and getting dizzy from breathing in the oud. By the way, don't inhale oud very deeply a few times, man. You get really dizzy with some of these ouds. You get really dizzy, really mellow, almost like you're drunk. I got really dizzy. I sprayed twice on me. Really inhaled like I was like, I don't know, like I wanted to meditate or something. I'm not even sure, but I breathed in deep. Man, like a minute or two later, I started getting dizzy. Had to lay down. It was a strong experience. So I don't recommend, unless you build up like a tolerance to the oud, which is crazy. So I'm guessing same thing here. You don't want to like go crazy on these. Last one was the Thuraya. And this one says essence of luxury. Yeah, this was essence of luxury. So this has that apple smell again. Maybe even the licoricey smell. Is that what that one was over there? Apple and licorice. It's gotta have the sumu in there. Maybe with a sandalwood, the Mysore base. Maybe if I had to guess. Man, I don't know. It's almost like a rose, sumu, sandalwood. If I had to guess, I don't know. I could be totally wrong. I can't wait to go back and look online and see what's actually in this stuff. Attar and Thuraya. So guys, again, I'm blown away. I can't wait to show Sensei Grant. With shipping and stuff, this was about $200. All right, so for $200, you could get 4 solid oud fragrances, like 0.2 ml, but they throw in a couple extra. The presentation, obviously killer. And if you're only light dusting it on yourself, you know, you probably won't need that much at all. I'll let you guys know how long that lasts. These are all Attars. Very, very beautiful first time even smelling an Attar. Can't wait. More stuff on the way. Hopefully I'll have my partner Sensei Grant back with me. I really appreciate you guys staying tuned though, even though it's just me here. He's the master behind this all. He's you know, the insightful fragrance guy who kind of got this thing going. So I know you guys like to hear his input, and he's more precise with the notes. but I hope I give not a more relatable version, but just I hope you guys can connect with me, you know, just a normal everyday guy. Heck, I do karate for a living, so it's not like I'm this professional perfume guy. I'm just an enthusiast like you probably, who just wants to explore, and that's all we're doing here. We're exploring, we're seeing what we like, seeing what we don't like, and trying to make an informed decision on whether or not, you know, it's worth the purchase, or you know, heck, just getting your nose on some of the world's most rare scents and perfumes. You know, it's intriguing, and I know this stuff is expensive, but the quality is definitely there. I 10 out of 10 recommend. Let us know if you want more Shareef Oudh unboxings. Maybe they have good perfumes on the website. Have any of you tried any of these out? Have any of you experienced some of their perfumes? Let me know. I'm really intrigued and want to dive deeper into Shareef. This stuff is good, and it's legit. It's high quality, and yeah, I'm really excited to explore the brand more and maybe get one of their perfumes. All right, and then hopefully by the time I run through a bunch of these, I'll know which Attars I want too. You know, because a couple of them are really similar, but I bet you with wear they're totally different. So I'm gonna live with these for a little bit. Let me know your thoughts. Hopefully this was a little bit informative and relatable. So again, thank you guys. Thanks for the what's the word I'm looking for? The activity. You know, you guys we've been trying to post a little more. Again, I'm kind of throwing stuff up by myself, but you guys have been really active and really supportive. So thank you for the support. Thanks for tuning in, and I hope I can make more videos like this for you, and hopefully it was worth your while. So again, sorry for blabbing on. I'm gonna get out of your hair, but Shareef, 10 out of 10 would recommend. All right, guys, Kyotsuke, right? Domo arigatou gozaimasu. Have a nice night.